Bobby helped me track you down, 'cause I just saw your name in the paper. You said, of course, that reminded you of me. Don't you know that's how a name works? I know you don't have to forgive me. Hell, you probably shouldn't. I got scared and I took off. I wanted to try, but I couldn't. That night you shook me, but I wasn't sleeping. You were afraid of the thunder. Asked me to come in the bedroom, fold me under the covers. Lose this number. Lose this number. Like I was born on the back of a bullet, with your name written on it. This city will probably kill me, but it's the only thing keeping me honest. I wanna crawl into this daydream I'm having and live here forever. Confetti blowing into the ocean. The three of us finally together, where the whole time I've just been asleep here. 20 years younger. Smell of sugar and seaweed. Indian summer. Lose this number. Lose this number. Listen. Lose this number. Lose this number. Lose this number. Lose this number. Can I get just a little bit more guitar in the wedge up here? Yes. I love it. Thank you. What do you guys want to talk about? The birds and the bees. They shouldn't be doing that with each other. That's one of them is way bigger. Always thought that. I don't know why no more people talk about that. It's unnatural. Cool, thank you. Your room was covered in day glow, smoke rings hanging like halos. How could you know how I feel? Sorry, I fucked up that. That didn't happen. Men in Black. You can identify trees just by looking at the leaves. How could you know how I feel? How could you know how I feel? I'm no shrinking violet, I just like being quiet. How could you know how I feel? Like carousel horses, we're set on our courses. You're always right on my heels. How could I know how that feels? You say you tried everything. High school for you was college for me. Don't flatter yourself, you're not my first. Is your go-to line, and it always works. I grew up in a fog, I always knew how to withdraw. How could you know how I feel? And half your life ago I was living alone. How could you know how I feel? You broke the news in our favorite corner booth. How could you know how I feel? They said you shouldn't feel stupid, I just knew before you did. I'm sitting here spinning my wheels. I bet you know how that feels. You say you tried everything, holding back, leaning in, and all of it hurts. Nothing changes, nothing works. Jacking me off of the ledge. No, you can't touch me yet. I've got a system for that. I can wash my own back. Yeah, we got one more. You remind me of this guy that I met in Texas one time that was like, he would go to people's shows and right after the first song he'd go, one more song. One more song. It's so funny unless you were playing. Hey! We can do more than that. Do you one better? How about 12? So I had a near-death experience like a year and a half, 2 years ago, where I was trying to like get geared down to like go to the sleepy time place. And usually to do that, I like set up a little nest in my bed. It's got like an iPad, various nicotine products, glass of water that I'm not gonna drink, and just some other like accoutrement kind of stuff I like to keep in the bedtime area. And so I got the iPad set up. I set up my little nest. I burrowed my little hole like a dog does, and I was ready to go to bed. And I was like, I gotta watch Modern Family to go to sleep, the ABC show. And so I was like, spent a long time picking out the episodes. Like, no, season 5, that's way too late. Kids are getting too old. Gotta go back to the beginning. So I was like, season 2, yeah, the bike thief. We're gonna do that one. I started it up, and I was like, oh wait, I gotta get the weed vape. And so I leaped out of bed. I have like a little stocking cap I wear like Ebenezer Scrooge when I go to sleep, and it like jiggled in the air when I got up to go get the weed pen. I got the weed pen, and I was like, all right, now it's perfect. So I hit the weed pen, hit play. It's like, all right, we're in the zone. A couple minutes go by, and I was like, did I hit the weed pen already, or am I? I don't think I did hit the weed pen. I don't think I did. So I hit the weed pen again. Press play on the episode. It's going. And I was like, something doesn't feel right. I think that I didn't hit the weed pen. I think I was having a memory of having hit the weed pen, like that I stored from like previous times having done this and seeing that episode. And so I was like going back through my memories, like, this has to be a memory. I definitely didn't hit it. And so I was like, all right, I'm almost positive. I'm sure that this is not happening. So I hit the weed pen again, or for the first time. And then I started to hear this sound, because I was alone in the house, and you know when you're like alone in the house, when you're like, I was like, who's that? Someone in here! Or, you know, whatever you say, like it's a public bathroom. And the sound was like this. It was like, it's like the oldest sounding ghost I've ever heard in my life. And then I was like thinking about hauntings, and I was like, okay. I waited a little bit longer to see if it would happen again before shouting out again into the house. And then I started to realize that that was the sound of my breathing. And then I started to get really freaked out, and I was like, oh, maybe there's something medical happening. So I got another screen up. So I had Modern Family here, I had a separate screen doing WebMD, just crunching some numbers on my diagnosis, just, you know, trying to get things in line. And as that was happening, my vision started to do this thing where, like, you guys remember Instagram at the beginning when you wanted to take like a picture of your girl, but you wanted it to look like it was like the 1800s? You would click like vignette, and you would go like all the way up. So my vision started to go do Instagram vignette all the way up, and I was just like, oh shit, we're in the tunnel now. What's going on? I'm never gonna find out what's wrong with me. I'm very sick. I'm a very sick man, or whatever. I don't. That was in my head, I think. But anyway, I saw this light, and I started walking toward the light. I was like, oh, I think I've heard about this before in Scooby-Doo or something. And so I was like, that's where I gotta go, I think. And so I like crawled toward the light. Anyway, this is all to say, I know everyone in this room is a Christian. So you don't need this, but like I wasn't, now I am, obviously. And now I'm just here to tell you on the other side of things, 100%, heaven is real. I saw it with my own eyes. It's amazing. They've got Raising Cane's Chicken. They've got Vape City on like every other corner is a vape shop. You gotta pay to use the bathroom, which is a positive. Because it's the money used to clean the bathroom, it goes to the people cleaning the bathrooms. It's like great, and it's super duper clean. It's like a Buc-ee's or something. Anyway, it's an awesome place. I like zoned back into the real world. I was like, do I really have to go? And the guy, sorry, he's a guy. I'm sorry. It's like, yes, not happy with it either. But he was like, yes, it's time to go, Christian. And so he sent me back, and I got launched back into the fucking this place. And I'm a songwriter by trade. And I was so excited by this experience that I like leapt out of bed for the second time in my big bedtime gown that I wear, and I ran up to my roll top desk and I flipped the fucking thing up, and I got that quill out and I dipped it in ink, and I was like, After Hours by Christian Lee Hutson. And I wrote this song, which is a 100% true story. No one can tell me that my experience was not valid, because it fucking happened. The only thing I lied about was it might have been New Girl. Which I was like, fucking, what is going on? Manny's getting fucking old. What is happening? I thought I was season 2. That's Nick. That's Nick. Fucking stupid. There are billboards in heaven and 7-Elevens and 24-hour arcade bars. A lazy river that runs between the suburbs and slums. The speed limits enforced by radar. I live by myself in a duplex for now, with a pretty good view of the pyramids. At night I take the train home, sinking to new lows, and picture you practicing pirouettes. I miss our adventures, East Village winters, acting out True West by lamplight. You look like After Hours era, Catherine O'Hara. You were really on one that night. St. Simon's Island, your eyes cut in diamonds. The water was clear, almost too clear. And embarrassed in Paris to fuck on the terrace. Who cares? You said they do have rules here. Ooh. There's a Diet Coke fountain, there's no good Italian, there's free shuffleboard in the main hall. Big budget productions of the lives of your loved ones. The good stuff is behind a paywall. I don't know where you've been lately, 'cause I don't watch the dailies, but I imagine you back up in Lake Hill, taking down wind chimes and running through stop signs to pick up Clementine's pain pills. The last talk we had, I know you weren't really mad, but it sticks in my head for some reason. And it's crazy, I know, I've got nowhere to go, but up here I wear my seatbelt. Odessa? Odessa is a living legend. One day, you're gonna be old. You're gonna be so old. I'm talking to you guys. You're gonna be so old, and you're gonna get like a little, because there's no more newspapers or anything like that, or internet in the future. You're gonna get like a little ping into your brain. It's gonna be like from Pitchfork, because they're still gonna be around. After Condé Nast bought them, they really start to thrive. And it's gonna be like, it's gonna like zap right into your brain, because Neuralink is gonna work, and then it's just, that's how it happens, I'm sorry. And it's gonna tell you, it's gonna be like, Odessa Jorgensen dies today at 96 years old. She dies peacefully in her bed, arms crossed over her, surrounded by family and friends, famed, loved musician. And you're gonna be like, wow, I saw it. You're gonna be like, come here, Jake. That's your grandson's name. You're gonna be like, come here, Jake. I want you to see something. I saw Odessa Jorgensen when I was very young, probably 70 years ago. I saw her play at a little bar in Texas. And Jake's gonna be like, Grandma, do you need to go to bed? Like, you don't know that person. No, I saw. And Jake's gonna be like, okay, like, let's pull your blankets up here. I'm like, no, I swear I saw. And Jake's gonna be like, okay, yeah, you saw it. Who was Odessa playing with? All right, just tell me the story. He'd be like, oh, I can't remember. But I was there. Jake's gonna be like, okay, take some of these. And then, yeah, I don't know. That's just how much of a legend Odessa is. Everyone, if that doesn't happen, I will give you your money back from tonight. Not the money you spent on drinks, the money you spent to get in. Swan paddle boats, nail biting, sky riding like paint drying. I love you, Sarah, more than life. Will you be my wife? This city's full of quitters, lost lap sitters, contest winners. Where do you want this to go? Fuck if I know. If you tell a lie for long enough, then it becomes the truth. I am gonna be okay someday, with or without you. We've got rubbernecks, broken records. Why don't you get back together? Never run to catch a bus, there'll be another one. I'm a self-esteem vending machine, a doctor's office magazine, a funhouse at the county fair, a staircase to nowhere. If you tell a lie for long enough, then it becomes the truth. I am gonna be okay someday, with or without you, with or without you. someday, with or without you, 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 with or without you.
Hey. No. That's it. Good. Good.
Ow.
Fucking done with your ass. I'm from this place called Santa Monica, California. Do you guys know this place? Right. What'd you say?
Everclear.
Everclear, yeah. That's what we're doing. This is a song about growing up in Santa Monica.
I was new in town, kinda goth. I met you in the science quad. You asked if I had any pot. We're going up to Mikey's spot. I'm covering important ground. I tried cocaine at my cousin's house. Yeah, I'm probably addicted now. The things that children lie about. I didn't notice it was getting late. You offered me a place to stay. We live up in the Palisades. Just tell your folks you ran away. Besides, you're a North Sider now. Nothing's going to change it, pal. We were so pretentious then, didn't trust the government. We said that we were communists and thought that we invented it. Morrissey apologists, amateur psychologists, serial monogamists. We went to different colleges. Said that we would always be branches on the same old tree, reaching away from each other for eternity. And you know I can't argue with that. Nothing's going to change it now. Could have had one last hurrah when I was working in the smoothie shop. But I couldn't get the weekend off. She told me I was getting soft. I read an article about the accident, probably reaching for cigarettes, and missed the brake lights up ahead. I hope it was an instant death. Sometimes I imagine us way down the line, getting fat somewhere in the countryside. It's crazy how things shake out sometimes. But maybe that's enough magic for me. Nothing's going to change it now.
questions, if anyone has any questions, it's actually, most people would say like, oh no, don't ask me questions while I tune, but I actually find it really helpful. So if you got anything. My favorite soup, carrot ginger. Next. Thank you. I did not have Terry Blacks for lunch because I like my money. Next. I did not eat lunch today.
Favorite song?
Favorite song? Right now my favorite song is You and Me by Charlotte Cornfield.
Woo! You like Stephen King?
Yeah, I read a lot of Stephen King. I don't remember if I like it. I read it because that my parents were like, it's just fine. Just if he's got a book, that's okay. But I liked it when I was a kid a lot. I didn't tell my parents. I was like, there is fornication in this book. People are fornicating all over the place in this book. The worst movie I've ever seen is, what is the worst movie I've ever seen? I really didn't like, wow, I've ever seen is tough. I can tell you a movie I had to walk out of.
Yeah.
Well, this is a different story. Do you guys remember the movie Red Sparrow by Jennifer Lawrence with Jennifer Lawrence? I walked out of it actually. I wasn't enjoying it, but the guy walked in with a backpack, and for me that's like leave immediately kind of shit. I was like, no, if you need a backpack at the movie theater, can't watch the movie anymore. That's it for me. I don't know, I'm gonna think about it because I know that there is a worst movie, but I don't know if nothing is coming to mind. Favorite movie? Magnolia, maybe. That's because I'm a boy. Sour apple Jersey Shore, I almost had the perfect score. You wanna play one more, you don't know what you're asking for. The stars are fake, I make my luck. A poem is a gateway drug. If this is something I don't know what, shove it down, it keeps going back up. What makes you so sure you want me back? I remember how it felt, and nothing ever could compete with that. But I can give you something else. You can buy a house in Candyland, or you can buy a brand new minivan. You can have everything, you just can't have everything. But you love to talk and I love to listen. You dish out all your thrift store wisdom, razor's edge, old ciderisms. You win the room and then you switch positions. What makes you so sure you want me back? I remember how it felt, and nothing ever could compete with that. But I can give you something else. My head and roll my eyes, I let you try to change my mind. You say this is a normal life, but it could be if you
like I'm dismantling my time machine. I'll probably put it back together for the final scene. Was it broken glass or a diamond ring? I'm done letting that bother me. What makes you so sure you want me back? I remember how it felt, and nothing ever could compete with that.